Hello everyone, welcome back to Marcus Kitchen TV. So in today's video we are making the most anticipated video, which is our commercial mince pie. So if you want to see how I made this, stay tuned and keep on watching. And we use 1200 grams to make about 30 meat pies, you guys. So let's get started. So guys, into my clean bowl, first thing I'm going to add in it's my flour, and over there I have about 1200 grams of flour, but I will not be mixing all of it into this bowl. So I've just added in my salt because my butter is unsalted. So next thing I'm going to do is to add in 1 tablespoon of baking powder. You guys add them in. Next thing we are going to do is to add in our nutmeg, and this 1200 grams made for me about 30 meat pies. So it depends on the size you want to make it. I made this a little bit big, but you can just scale them out so everything will be equal. But I had this cutter that I used, so the cutter just gives me a good what's this called, size. So the size is okay, but if you want to sell this, you can just feel free to reduce the size. So you guys, when you're done mixing everything together, it's time now for us to add in our butter. So over there I have some frozen butter, and it's about in total I'll be using about 600 grams of unsalted butter. So I'll be mixing them differently because my bowl is pretty small. So just mix them together, then use your pastry blender. But if you don't have pastry blender, because it's so big, so I had to use my pastry blender to blend this together properly, so it will come together in a snap. So just keep mixing them together like so until you get something like this, you guys. So this is perfectly well. So next thing we are going to do is to dig a hole at the center. So this is nicely mixed. Then create a hole at the center, add in 1 cracked egg and add in some water. You can as well not add eggs. The one I made a few days ago, I didn't add eggs, but it came out beautifully well. Add some cold water, mix this properly like the way I'm doing in this video. Just make sure it's properly mixed. Do not over add water so you get a very flaky dough when you are done baking. You guys, can you see how it looks? It's not too strong and it's not too soft, and this is what we want. Just when you are done, set this aside. So I'll make sure to wrap all of it like so and leave them in the fridge for at least 1 hour. So over there I have my pots. I'll be adding in some vegetable oil, adding a little bit of, can you guys see the amount of oil I'm using? Adding some chopped onion. When you are done, you guys, I love adding a little bit of pepper for that kick. That is just it. So I've just added in the chopped peppers. I'll make sure to stir together properly. So when I'm done now, I'll be adding in my beef. So when it's nicely caramelized like so, add in your beef. And over there, the beef I added in, it's 1 kg, as in 1 kg of beef, and I still have some leftovers when I was done. So you guys, stir this together, allow to cook, cover it up. Make sure you break all the beef properly, then allow them to cook like so. When it's nicely cooked, add in your thyme, your curry powder, your salt, and 1 seasoning cube. So over there I'll be adding in my nut cube. You guys, I'm using 1 nut cube for this recipe. You guys, it's very delicious. So add in your seasoning cube, stir this together properly like so. When it's nicely combined together, next thing we are going to, so you guys, when it's nicely combined together, next thing you're going to do is to add in your potato and your carrots. You guys, when you're done, mix together properly like the way I'm doing in this video. When it's nicely mixed, add some water and allow this to cook properly. You guys, just add water, allow to cook for at least 15 minutes until the potato and the carrot is nicely cooked. So at this stage, let's just add a little more water, then cover this up. That is what we are doing here. At this stage, our fillings are nicely cooked. Just take them out and add the thickener. Please make sure the thickener is not lumpy. Then mix together thoroughly. When you're done mixing, allow to cook for 2 to 3 minutes. so it won't taste like flour, you guys. So cook this perfectly for 2 to 3 minutes. Then it's 3 minutes already. It's time for us now to dish them out of the plate. Allow this to cool down. Make sure you always take your filling out of the plate and allow to cool down before using. So over here I have my dough out from the fridge. You guys, can you guys see how it looks? It's not too soft. So what I will be doing now is to roll this out. I'll be rolling this out now, then sprinkle a little bit of flour to help roll this perfectly. When it's nicely rolled out like so, next thing you're going to do is to get your cutter and cut. This is the size of the cutter I use for all my meat pies, you guys. So cut them like so, then remove the leftovers. Just do not throw them away because you will still re-roll them out. Please don't throw them away. So we'll be working with one at a time now. Sprinkle a little bit of flour, then roll this out perfectly like the way I'm doing in this video. And over there I have my egg wash, so I'll be adding in some of my egg wash like so, then adding my fillings. That is what I'm doing here. Then adding the fillings. So you guys, when you are done adding the fillings in, next thing we are going to do is to seal this up properly. So over there I've just covered it and I'll be using my fork to seal it up properly. So that is what I'm doing, and we are making a lot of meat pie here, so we have to be really fast. So that is it. So I'll make sure to repeat the same step so you guys will see what I did properly. Make sure to repeat the same step. Roll them out. When it's nicely rolled out, add in your egg wash like so. When you're done adding the fillings, that was what we are doing here. Can you guys see the fillings? It's not watery, so it can't be able to soak out of the dough while baking, or it can't be able to burst open, you guys. So seal this up properly like the way we did on the first one with the first one, you guys. So when you are done, this is it. This is all our meat pie well rolled out. So we'll be baking this for 15 to 20 minutes each. Just poke a hole, then brush them properly with the egg wash. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? Brush properly with the egg wash. My oven is pretty small, so I'll be baking this one at a time. So when you are nicely brushed this with the egg wash, next thing we are going to do is to bake. So you guys, when all your pies are nicely baked, you'll be getting something like this. It came out beautifully well and it's very flaky, you guys. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share my video to your friends, your family and your loved ones. I'll see you on my next one. Bye bye.